Welcome back! In our last video, we discussed how independent practice allows students to show that they comprehend the information taught in a lesson. Independent practice also shows teachers how well students may or may not have comprehended a lesson. Let's check out what our 3 teachers have done with independent practice in their classes.
So, we just finished our guided practice activity, and now I want you to try writing sentences using the present progressive tense verbs on your own. So I'm going to give you this handout with a picture of people at the park. Below the picture, I want you to write 5 sentences about what people in the picture are doing. You have 5 minutes to complete this activity. After you finish writing, I will ask some of you to read your sentences to the class. I will be walking around the room in case anyone has questions.
Wow, she's off to a great start. Impressive!
Yes, Jack. Her independent practice activity is an extension of her previous guided practice activities, and she very clearly explained what she wanted the students to do and how much time they had to write. That's very important. And she's making herself available to the students if they have questions.
Way to go, Teacher 1. Let's see what Teacher 2 is doing.
Okay, now that we finished our guided practice, I'm going to ask you to do something on your own. So you have the assignment. Please read it carefully and follow the directions. I will collect your work in 10 minutes, okay? What? You don't understand the directions? Well, read them again. You probably didn't read them carefully. Huh? You don't understand question 5? Well, ask Amira next to you. I'm sure she knows.
Oh my gosh. What is going on there, Jack? That teacher is not helping the students.
You're right, Jill. Major violation. Or should I say, from south of the border, foul!
This poor teacher needs some help. First of all, she didn't explain the directions to the students and told them to just read the directions on their own. With second language learners, it's so much more helpful to the students to look at the directions while the teacher explains them. Both reading and hearing the directions help students better understand.
And on top of that, instead of walking around the classroom to see if students needed help, the teacher thought it was break time for her. Did you see how she totally disengaged from her students and didn't seem to care about them or their questions? That is completely unacceptable. And I did my coffee.
Nice white socks, Jack. Let's try and take a page from our own book. Yes, I'm guessing those poor students were pretty confused. Well, maybe we should check out Teacher 3.
Great idea.
Well, we don't have time to do our independent practice in class today, so I'm going to ask you to do this at home. Now, don't worry. You've already modeled this and practiced it together this week, so I think you'll have no problems whatsoever on this assignment for the homework. So, in front of you, you have the directions to hand out. Just write your work on the back of this paper. Now, let's look at the directions. I want you to write a paragraph describing your family members. The first sentence of your paragraph should be what? Yes, exactly. It is the topic sentence. Good, John. After your topic sentence, I'd like you to write at least 4 or 5 sentences describing each member of your family. Remember, we talked about height and hair color today, so try to use some of these words we practice. Please bring this back to class tomorrow for a homework grade.
Okay, this teacher is using independent practice as a homework assignment. What do you think about that, Jill?
Well, Jack, having students do independent practice as a homework assignment can be good. But I should throw out a word of caution. Independent practice should be the most important part of the lesson, as it requires the most work from the students and helps the teachers to see how much the students understand. By assigning this as homework, Jack, teachers might not get the most effective results because...
So it's bad.
Yes, it is bad.
Okay.
Some students might forget to do their homework, or others might just rush through their homework in 5 minutes so they could play video games after.
Which is good.
No.
No.
No. Both of these situations can skew the results of the independent practice, which prevents the teacher from knowing how much or how little students understood the lesson. So, Jack, teachers should keep this in mind when they assign independent practice as homework. If the students actually do their homework at home, they will be able to spend more time to think and write on their own.
You said doo-doo. Yes, indeed. And I must say, this teacher does a good job prompting students with just a little extra guided practice when he asks for the name of the first sentence of the paragraph. Good way to help students remember.
Let's see how this homework assignment went.
First of all, I'd like to thank you everyone for your hard work on their homework assignment. It seems like some of you really tried hard. Unfortunately, many people got confused with some of the vocabulary words in your homework. So before we get to what I had planned for today, I'm going to take the next 10 minutes of class to review with you those vocabulary words. If you still have problems with the vocabulary, please come talk to me after class.
I love what he did here. After collecting students' homework, he noticed that most of them had issues with vocabulary. So, instead of plodding forward with the lesson he had planned for the day, he stopped everything to review with the students to help them better understand. I really like it when you just stop everything and stop working, and I do that all the time.
Thank you, Jack. I know teachers don't always have time to give extra instruction like this. But goodness, I love his flexibility to focus on what is important.
That's what I meant. Plus, he's only taking 10 minutes out of class, so hopefully he can make up for lost time later. It's so important for teachers to be adaptable, especially if students need more help.
Well, there we go. All three of our teachers were providing independent practice to their students. Don't forget that the results of independent practice are often assigned to teachers how well students did or didn't understand the lesson. In our next video, we'll summarize the most important points about guided and independent practice to help you prepare for your module review quiz. Thanks for watching.